In this session, we are going to solve the next problem of exercise 6, which is fourth question. And what's the question given here? A motorbike covers a distance of 62.5 kilometers, consuming 1 liter of petrol. How much distance does it cover for 10 liters of petrol? It's a very easy problem. Here, what's saying here? The motorbike traveled a distance of 62.5 kilometers by using 1 liter of petrol. Now here you need to find the total distance. If you take 10 liters of petrol, how much distance the motorbike will travel, you need to find it. And you know that just you need to multiply these two values so that you will get with 10 liters of petrol how much distance the motorbike will travel. So here just multiply here 62.5 into 10. So here before the session also we have discussed, if you are multiplying one decimal number with 10, you need to shift this decimal point as many of the zeros. Here since 1 0 is there, you need to shift this decimal point to the right one number. So here this decimal point you need to keep it here. So what will get here? 625 kilometers. So with 1 liter of petrol, the motorbike is traveling a distance of 62.5 kilometers, and in the question they asked with 10 liters of petrol, how much the distance the motorbike has to travel. For that, just you need to take the multiplication of these two values so that we are getting here 625 kilometers is the distance that is traveled by the motorbike by using the 10 liters of the petrol. Now write the problem here. So writing here with 1 liter of petrol, the distance travelled by the motorbike how much the distance travelled with 1 liter of petrol, which is 62.5 kilometers. Now in the question they asked here for 10 liters of petrol. Therefore, for 10 liters of petrol, the distance travelled by the motorbike, just you need to multiply 62.5 into 10. So here what you get here? 625 kilometers. This is the problem. Now see the next question. Which is the fifth question here. They have given here the product of the two decimal numbers. How do you solve if you have given two decimal numbers? We already discussed. Let us see few problems. In this question, 10 questions are given. I will solve some of the questions. Remaining problems you can do it as a homework. Now see the first question. What is the question given here? 1.5 into 0.3. You need to make the product of these two decimal numbers. How do you make the product of the two decimal numbers? Just forgot or leave the decimal point and check what are the numbers left out here. If you leave the decimal point, what are the numbers here? 15 into 3. Right here, make the what is the value of 15 into 3, which gives you 48. Now here you need to check how many numbers are there after the decimal point. So count it here. How many numbers are there? Here 1 and here 2. 2 numbers are there after the decimal point. Now here, starting from the right, you need to count 2 numbers, and before that you need to keep the decimal point. So here 1 and 2, so that you will get the answer, which is 0.45. Like this you need to find the answer. So what is the value here? 0.45. Just if you want to write the product of the two decimal numbers, you need to leave the decimal point and write the numbers, and take the product of those decimal numbers, and after that count the numbers that are lies after the decimal point, and starting from the right, count the numbers, and before keep the decimal point. Now see the next question in this. Second question here, 0.1 into 47.5. The same thing, leave the decimal point. What are the numbers here? Here 1 is there and here 475 is there. So you know that 1 into 475, which gives you 475. Now count point, how many numbers are there? Here after the decimal point, here one number is there, and here after the decimal point, one number is there. So two numbers are there. Now starting from the right, count two numbers. So here it is 1 and it is 2. Before that keep the decimal point. So the value of this one is 4.75. Like this you need to find. Now see here one more question. Here the third question. Here what is the third question given here? 0.2 into 210.8. Just write it what we have done before. Write the numbers leaving the decimal point. So here what is there? 2 and here what is there? 2108. Now make the product of these two values. What you will get? 2 8s are 16 and similarly 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. So we got it here 4216. Now here after the decimal point how many numbers are there? Here 1 and here 1. So 2 numbers are there. Now starting from the right count two numbers 1 and 2 before you keep the decimal point. So what will be the answer here? 42.16. Like this you need to solve here. The fourth question, fifth question and sixth question. This you can do it as the homework. So here see the next question. So what is the homework? In the exercise 6, in the fifth question you can do the fourth one, fifth one and the sixth one, and after that the seventh one also you can do it, and see the eighth one. So what is the eighth question given here? 10.05 into 1.05. So you need to find this value. So leave the decimal point. So what you get here? 1005 into here what is there here? 105. You need to make the product of these values, and you know that how to do the calculation. First you need to multiply 5 to this number, and after that you need to multiply with 0, and after that you need to multiply with 1. So here 5 5 is 25, 5 2, 5 0 0 and 5 1s are 5. Now here you need to keep the symbol, and after that 0 multiplied to any number is 0. So 0 0 0 0, and after that multiply with 1 you will get the same number. So here 5 0 0 1. So what you got it here? 5 2 5 5 0 1. So after multiplication we got this answer. So write it here 105 5 2 5. Now what is our next step? You need to count after the decimal point how many numbers are there. So count it here. After the decimal point here 1 and 2, and here also 1 and 2. Total 4 numbers are there after the decimal point. So starting from the right, count 4 numbers here. So here 1 2 3 4. Before that you need to keep the decimal point. Like this you need to find if you make the product of any two decimal numbers. Now see the 10th question. This one you can do it as a homework, and the 9th question you can do it as a homework, and the 10th question also you can do it. Like this you need to make the product of the two decimal numbers. How do you do? Just leave the decimal point and find the product of the given numbers, and after that, after the decimal point how many numbers are there, count it, and starting from the right, that many numbers you need to go. Before that you need to keep the decimal point. Like that you need to make the product of the given decimal numbers. Now see the 6th question here. Here in the 6th question, they have given the decimal number divided by some numbers. That means they have divided two decimal number with some numbers. You need to find that value. So here in the first question, 2.3 divided by 100. Here in the case of multiplication, we have shifted this decimal point to the right, that many of the zeros. In the case of the division, you need to shift this decimal point to the left as the many of the zeros. Just reverse here. So here that method you can follow, or otherwise you can do the normal calculation. How do you do the normal calculation? First check it here. You can write this 2.3 as 23 by 10. Right? Since After the decimal point, one number is there. In the denominator, you need to keep it here 10. So after that, divide it by 100. So what you get here? 23 by 10. In case of division, if you keep the multiplication, you need to write the reciprocal of this number. What is meant by the reciprocal? Just change the numerator into the denominator and the denominator into the numerator. And you know that it is nothing but 100 by 1. So what is this value? 1 by 100. Now multiply it. We have already learned in this fraction chapter how do you multiply two fractions. Just you need to multiply the numerators and you need to multiply the denominators. So here what will get here? 23 into 1 which gives you 23. 10 into 100 which is 1000. Now you know that how to write this one in the form of the decimal form. So here in the denominator how many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3. So in the numerator you need to put that many numbers from the right, and before that you need to keep the decimal point. So what is the result here which is 23? Since you need to move 3 numbers, 1, 2, the third number is not there, keep it 0. Before that you need to keep the decimal point. Like this you need to do, this is the normal division if you have given any decimal number and the whole number. And if you want to do the other process which is shifting method, 2.3 divided by 100. As we have discussed now here, since here 2 zeros are there, you need to shift this decimal point 2 numbers to the left. So here, what is the number here which is 23 and 2 zeros are there, here 1 0 and here 1 number is there. Before that you need to keep one more number and after that you keep the decimal point. Just we have got the answer in one step. Here, what we need to do here, you need to count how many zeros are there. Since we are doing the division, you need to shift this decimal point to the left, that many of the zeros, and before that you need to keep the decimal point. Now see here the next question. In the second one, what they have given 0.45 divided by 5. So here you need to find the division of these two numbers. So here, write it here. You can write 0.45 as 45 by 100. Because after the decimal point, two numbers are there. In the denominator, keep 2 zeros. Divided by 5 by 1. You can write 5 as 5 by 1. So here what will get? 45 by 100. In case of division, keep multiplication. So you need to reverse the number. 5 by 1, you have to write it as 1 by 5. Now, you can observe that here 5 ones and 5 nines will get cancelled. 5 nines are 45. So here you will get 9 by 100. So what is the value of 9 by 100? Which is nothing but since 2 zeros are there, before 2 numbers keep the decimal point. So this will be the answer. Now see the next question, which is the third question. Here the third question is similar to that of the first question in the sixth problem. So you can do it this one. In the sixth question, the third one, you can do it. Now see the fourth question. Here what they have given, 127.1 divided by 1000. So here there are two methods. We will solve by using the two methods. And the first method, just do the normal division. How do you solve this one? So you can write this one as 1271 by 10, because after the decimal point one number is there, keep 1 0. And after that, this one you can write it as 1000 by 1. Now change this division into multiplication. So into, just reverse the number, what will get here? 1 by 1000. Now here you know that how to multiply two fractions, just multiply the numerator. So what will get? 1271 into 1, which is this one, and 10 into 1000, which gives you 10,000. So here write the numerator 1271 and count here in the denominator how many zeros are there. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 zeros are there. So starting from the right, count 4 numbers and before that keep the decimal point. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, keep it here decimal point. This will be the answer. Now here there is another method to solve the same problem, which is 127.1 511 divided by 1000. Within one step you can do this one. Here, so if you are dividing with 1000, you need to shift this decimal point as many of the zeros. Since here how many zeros are there? 3 zeros are there. You need to shift this decimal point 3 numbers to the left. So here, shift it here 1, 2, 3. So you have to get here the decimal point. The answer will be 0.1279. So this method also you can follow it, or this method also you can follow it. Just count how many zeros are there, and you need to shift this decimal point to the left, that many of the zeros, and before that you need to keep the decimal point. Now see here the next question, fifth question. So what is the next question given here? 7 divided by 3.5. So here, just how do you write this one? So solve it here. 7 divided by, you can write this 3.5 as 35 by, since after the decimal point one number is there, in the denominator keep it here 10. And after that 7, in the case of the division keep multiplication. So you need to write the reciprocal, or the reciprocal is nothing but reversing the number. So you can write 35 by 10 as 10 by 35. So here you know that 7 ones, 7 5s will get cancelled, 7 5s 35, and after that here 5 ones and 5 2s. So what will be the answer here? Like this you need to solve. Now see the next question here. Next question you can do it in the same way. That one you can do it as the homework, which is the sixth question. Now see the last question in this problem, which is they have given 0.4 divided by 20. Again, how do you solve? Write 0.5 in the form of the fraction. How do you write? You can write 4 by 10, because after the decimal point one number is there, divided by 20, you can write it as 20 by 1. So change into multiplication, 4 by 10 into 1 by 20. Right, after that here 4 ones, 4 5s will get cancelled. What is left out here? 1 by 50. Right. So here this one, how do you write here? 1 by 50. So what is the value of 1 by 50, which is nothing but 0.2. Like this you can solve it. So here see the next problem. The seventh question, what they have given here, a side of a rectangular polygon is 3.5 centimeters in length. The perimeter of the polygon is 17.5 centimeters. How many sides does the polygon have? Polygon is nothing but the figure that is containing more sides, we call it as an, which is made up of the line segments, we call it as an polygon. And after that here, the perimeter of the polygon is given. That means the sum of the sides of the polygon is given, and a side, one side length is given. You need to calculate the total number of sides. If you want to calculate the total number of sides, just you need to divide these two values so that you will get the number of sides the polygon have. Now write it here. What is given here? Given that the perimeter of the polygon perimeter of the polygon, which is given as 17.5 centimeters, and one side of the polygon is given with the side of polygon how much they have given the length, which is 3.5 centimeters. Now you need to find the number of sides. Therefore the number of sides the polygon has. So if you want to find the number of sides, you need to divide the perimeter with the side. So here what will get 17.5 divided by 3.5. Now you need to solve this one. So how did you solve? So this one you can write it as, here you can observe that 17.5 divided by 3.5. So here what we have got it here, 17.5 divided by 3.5. Here also we can do it many of the methods. So here you can observe here after the decimal point one number is there in the numerator, and after the decimal point one number is there in the denominator. So here since after the decimal point the numbers are same, you can remove this decimal point or you can cancel this decimal point. Directly you can write this one as 175 by 35. So here you know that 35 into 5 which gives you 175. You can check it here. 35 into 5, 5 5 is 25, 2 5 is 15 plus 2 which gives you 17. So this one will get cancelled. You will get the answer as 5. So here this one you can write as 175 by 35 because here after the decimal point in both the numerator and the denominator, if you count there will be the only one number. So you can remove the decimal point or you can cancel the decimal point. This one you can directly write this as 175 divided by 35. What is 175 divided by 35? Which gives you here 5. So here how many sides does the polygon have? Which is the 5 sides. Like this you can calculate or you can do the normal division. How to solve? 17.5 divided by 3.5. So you can, after doing this one, you can observe that this is the small method. You can solve it here. This one you can write it as 175 by 10 divided by, you can write this one as 35 by 10. And again if you change into multiplication, you need to write the reciprocal. So write it here 175 by 10 into 10 by 35. So here this 10 will get cancelled. 35 ones, 35 5s, which gives you 5. Thus you can do any of these methods for the calculation. Now see here the last problem in this exercise. So this one you can do it as a homework. Just I will explain how to solve this problem, which is the 8th question. So what's the 8th question given here? A rainfall of 0.896 centimeters was recorded in 7 hours. In 7 hours, how much the rainfall was recorded here? Which is 0.896 centimeters. Now here they ask what was the average amount of rain per 1 hour. You need to calculate here for 1 hour what is the average rainfall. Now here for 1 hour, that means you need to divide these two values so that in 1 hour how much the average rainfall you need to get it here. So divide it with 0.896 divided by 7. Just you can do any of the methods. So here you can write this one as 896 by 1000 divided by 7. Now change the division into multiplication so that you will get the answer. This one you can do it. If you have any doubt, you can ask. From this session is